Hello everybody, welcome to another Bloodline video. This is Schnugs. We just had the new release today for the Simir clan. A lot of cool things happening in the game right now. Super excited that we have some brand new usable warriors. So I was really excited to get in, get all my summons done, get them leveled up, and start doing some testing. With the introduction of the new clan, turns out we have two new events happening right now. We have the Jigsaw event, which is not new, but very different and geared towards this champion. And we also have a brand new Eyes of the Abyss. Woohoo! Alright, Go Games, honestly, great freaking job. So this is not your standard hack and slash, just press go, DPS as hard as you can, heal as much as you can, survive the fight, and end. No. There's actually some thought put into this. It makes you have to change up your comp, figure a few things out, because at about 45 seconds into the fight, you die. Yeah, you just pretty much die. Now, there is no stun for this boss. From what I gather, these are his skill sets. So I don't have a name for this boss, but I'm going to go ahead and name him Kitty McKittens. So Kitty McKittens has a few skills. His normal attack is just a single attack to his main target, single swipe. For his passive skill, it looks to me like he has a hunker down ability where he kind of crouches down a bit and has a shield that pops up around him. The shield makes him invulnerable to physical damage. The shield also seems to absorb all damage. Once the shield expires, it erupts and gives a portion of that damage back to your entire team. His active ability seems to be a swipe where he hits about 4 to 5 times, hits everyone on your team with a cleave attack. And for his ultimate ability, Kitten's Pounce, he leaps into the air, slams down, hits the entire team. This attack seems to deal true damage and ignore all fortitude. After about 45 seconds into the fight, this attack, if it lands, will kill your team. Of course, if you have a female Sally Horn or a female Devala, they will survive this attack, but shortly afterwards, well, after a few hours of testing last night, I figured out that he is susceptible to CC, so that was a great start for me, and I swapped a bunch of my characters out to try to figure out what comp would work, how I would be able to control him and last a bit longer. I found myself lasting almost 2 full minutes. I almost posted this video last night, and thankfully I didn't because I wasn't happy with the results. I was barely getting over 4 billion damage per attempt, so not really where I wanted to be. I got back at it again this morning, and I realized something. This boss, yes, he's susceptible to CC, so stuns, fears from the male likeness, charm from one of my favorite characters, the female Lux. She's a gem to have here because slow works against him as well, so she's able to slow and charm the boss. My female Lux is only at 12 star, so I'm only able to stun him for 7.5 seconds. You also have the male Gultung with his slow. So going through it last night, I mainly focused on my female Lux, and I was able to get a good bit of damage, but nothing to where I wanted to be. So came back at it this morning. I have a 6-star male Yiv, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just throw him in just to check it out. Turns out that along with being susceptible to CC, the boss is also susceptible to energy drain. I want to run through some of the footage here of my final testing. I'm looking to control the boss, whether that's through a stun, fear, or charm. In addition, the main thing I'm looking for is to control the energy rate so that there's no ultimate done. In order to control the energy, I'm using my female Gultung and my male Yiv. For my first team, I have a support with my female Lionstone, who's going to buff me and give me some extra damage. My female Trevain is going to be my main DPS in this fight. My male Gultung is going to slow the boss and help DPS as well, followed by my female Lux, who's going to slow, increase my champion speed, and charm the boss for 7.5 seconds. Now for her setup, I actually have her with Ambitious and focused because I wanted to get those ultimates off as soon as possible. As soon as she stuns the boss, I can start skipping some of his attacks, and I can also stop him from actually doing his stomp. So even if he gets the shield off before it actually pops and I take all that damage, I'm able to re-charm him and just ignore that entire process. So I don't take the extra damage, don't take that reflect damage back, and there isn't going to be a pounce because I have my female Galtung here who's going to keep his energy meter under control. So he never actually gets to do his kitten pounce. Now, to be clear, I have no idea what the actual names of these skills are supposed to be. I haven't seen them anywhere, so I've just made up these skills myself. The names of them, but essentially my description is accurate as far as I can tell, but I've just made up these names just so I have a point of reference. Now, if you run this on manual, you'll be a lot more successful because on auto, when he does his hunker down and he has his passive, he has that shield up, my characters are still using their ultimate, which it doesn't help because they can't do damage at that point. So if you were to take your time and run it on manual, you would have a lot better results because you'd be able to time it and make sure that you don't waste any of your ultimate. Now, because most of these characters were not part of my main setup that I'm using for this fight, I've had to reset a lot of my skills and divvy them up so I'm able to have the right skills allocated to the right champions to be successful or to be more successful at this Eyes of the Abyss boss. I'm really hoping this is going to be helpful to someone and help you do a lot better damage. I'm going to let this run for the rest of the fight so you can take a look at it and break it down as needed. I have been Schnucks. Thank you for listening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to go take some more medicine and get back in bed.